Driving life's scenic route, chasing dreams with her, adventure in every mile. Love, luxury, and life's unforgettable moments. My journey with her begins here.
The life we built, Golden Hour Convertible Drive. They say you can't outrun your past, but that afternoon on the Pacific Coast Highway, with her beside me and the sun melting into the ocean, I wasn't running from anything, I was driving toward everything I'd ever wanted. Private jet dawn departure. The first time I flew to meet her, I watched the sunrise from 40,000 feet. I'd built an empire, closed impossible deals, conquered markets, but my hands had never trembled like this before. Penthouse bedroom awakening. She belonged in the light. That's what I thought the first morning I woke up beside her. The city below was still sleeping, but she stretched like she owned the sun itself. Night drive through rain. In the back of the Maybach, rain turning the city into liquid neon. She asked me what I was afraid of. I'd never let anyone ask me that before. I'd never had an answer worth giving. First class cabin solitude. She flew to Singapore for work. I watched her board, book in hand, disappearing into that private suite, even at 40,000 feet apart. I'd never felt closer to anyone. Luxury living room evening. Our friends said we were moving too fast. That night in Aspen, firelight on their faces, their laughter filling the room. I realized they weren't worried, they were envious. We'd found what they were all still searching for. Vintage Porsche Mountain Road. My father gave me two things: his Porsche and his advice about women as we carved through those alpine roads. My son pointing at eagles, I realized I'd only kept one of those gifts. Hotel suite bath scene. Paris in the rain. She said she wanted to think the Eiffel Tower blinked through the steam, and I knew. Sometimes luxury isn't what you have, it's having the space to breathe while you fall in love. Desert highway sunset cruise. She took the Bentley alone that evening, didn't say when she'd be back. I watched her disappear into that desert sunset and learned what trust really meant. Aircraft hangar arrival. When she came back, stepping off that plane barefoot with her heels in hand, hair wild from the flight, I'd never seen anything more beautiful. She smiled, I was always coming back. She said I just needed to choose it. Yacht deck sunrise. Santorini at dawn. She wore my shirt, smelled like salt and possibility. Her coffee went cold in her hands. Mine too, some mornings aren't made for drinking coffee, they're made for remembering. Michelin star kitchen surprise. I bought out the restaurant 3 Michelin stars. Closed to everyone but her. She walked in expecting me. Found a chef who'd flown from Tokyo just to cook this meal. Sometimes love is the grand gesture. Sometimes it's knowing when to step aside. Helicopter landing on estate. The Cotswolds estate was my grandfather's. I'd never brought anyone here. When the helicopter lifted away and she saw the manor for the first time, I didn't show her the house, I showed her my history. She didn't run. Penthouse pool night swim. Floating in that infinity pool, the city spinning below us. She said 3 words I'd been too afraid to say first. The water held us. The night held us. Finally, I held her back. Private train compartment romance. The Orient Express doesn't run anymore, not the real one. But money can resurrect anything except time. Through Europe we rolled, her hand in mine, and I wondered if we were moving forward or traveling back to something we'd lost. Vineyard villa morning. She walked onto that Tuscan terrace like she'd done it 1,000 mornings. Maybe in another life she had I made espresso badly. Watched her through the window and knew this was the life I wanted to wake up to. Ferrari dealership private viewing. The SF90 was supposed to be mine, limited edition. Impossible to get, but watching her hand glide over that Rosso Corsa paint, I realized I'd been collecting the wrong things. I handed her the keys, she handed me her heart. Aspen chalet fireplace. Snow fell for 3 days straight. We never left the chalet. Cashmere and firelight, champagne gone flat. Conversations that went deep. The mountain trapped us. We didn't mind being trapped. Private island beach picnic. I bought the island as an investment. She made it a home that evening on the sand. Oysters and champagne forgotten. I asked her the question I'd been carrying for 6 months. She said yes before I finished asking. Rolls-Royce city night arrival. The engagement party, photographers, diamonds, red carpets. She stepped from the phantom like she was born for this. But I knew the truth, she was just born for me. And this was the world learning to catch up. Dubai penthouse terrace. 80 floors above Dubai, the city blazing below. I tried to photograph her, every shot was perfect. Every shot was wrong, because the camera couldn't capture what I saw. The way she made even this view look ordinary.
Private cinema screening. We watched Casablanca in our home theater, got through. Maybe 20 minutes, popcorn untouched. Champagne warming. Some nights aren't about the movie, they're about being alone together in the dark. Seaplane coastal flight. I let her take the controls over Amalfi, her hands on the yoke, wind in her hair, that fearless laugh as we banked over the coast. She'd always been the pilot of this relationship, I was just finally admitting it. Luxury spa, sweet couple massage. In that bamboo-shrouded room, rain drumming the glass, our hands found each other between the massage tables. Sometimes the most intimate thing isn't touch. It's reaching for someone and finding them already reaching back. Maserati Mountain Tunnel Drive, midnight through the Alps, tunnel lights streaking past, her hand out the window catching the wind. She was laughing at something I'd said. I can't remember what, I just remember thinking, this is what freedom sounds like. Parisian apartment balcony. Paris again, our apartment this time. Not a hotel, she stood on the balcony with her coffee, Eiffel Tower perfectly framed, and I stayed in bed just to watch her exist. Some mornings are too perfect to interrupt. Private jet champagne toast. Somewhere over the Atlantic, she changed into that cocktail dress, and we toasted to nothing and everything. The crew disappeared. The world disappeared at 500 miles per hour. We stood completely still. Santorini cave sweet bath, back to where we started, that volcanic stone bathtub, the caldera sunset, candles reflecting in the water. She said, we've come full circle. I said, no, we've spiraled up. Same view, different people, better people. Classic car garage collection. She sat on the gullwing in her evening gown, and I realized I'd spent years collecting cars, watches, properties, things to fill the emptiness. Now the garage was just a garage. She was the collection that mattered. London Townhouse Library. Our London place, rain on Georgian windows, first editions and firelight. Her voice reading poetry I'd never understood, until her lips gave it meaning. Outside was Britain, inside was home. Inside was her, inside was us.
Diamonds in the skyline, but the night feels cold. Gold drips on my fingers, still the touch feels old. Rooms filled with laughter, but it echoes through the glass. What's the price of forever when it's built to never last? The chandeliers sway, but they don't sing. A palace of silence, it changes nothing. Golden threads can't stitch a heart. No velvet throne can play the part. It's the cracks, the scars, the truth we find that turn this empty not meant for me. Gold and the red can't stitch your heart. No velvet throne can play the part. It's the tears, the laughs, the ties that bind, that turn this fleeting world divine. Diamonds in the skyline, but the night feels cold. Gold drips on my fingers, still the touch feels old. Rooms filled with laughter, but it echoes through the glass. What's the price of forever when it's built to never last? The chandelier